Alright guys, this is just a quick video that's going to go over the instructions for Essay 1. Now, I always like to have a little bit of fun with Essay 1. I make it about random things, and I read this, I read about something like this in a book, and so I wanted to try it. So I have not had a group of students write this specific essay before, so we're just going to see what happens. That may not inspire much confidence in you, but you know, writing is fluid like that. So I'm curious to see what you do with this. I'm excited about this one. So you can find the instructions for Essay 1 by going to Assignments here. That's where I have navigated myself to, and I'm going to click on Essay 1. I haven't attached a rubric to this. I will later, and it'll show up there and I'll let you know. I'm not really sure how to make a rubric for this, so I'm going to figure that out. But yeah, Essay 1. The instructions for Essay 1 are to write a 600 to 1,000 word essay about your hands. So you'll watch in week 3 videos about abstract and concrete and about descriptive and sensory detail and that kind of thing. So, but you're going to watch this first. So basic deal with abstract and concrete. So abstract words are words that are intangible. So it would be like ideas or feelings or like values. So an abstract word would be like love or justice or friendship. Words that are very real, but that can take different forms, right? Like the love that you feel for your mom might be different than the love that you feel for your friend. Like you act that out in different ways. You don't act the same way to your mom as you do to your friend, probably. So abstract words are intangible. You can't touch them. You can't pick it up and throw it at a wall, that kind of thing. Concrete words are tangible, so it's like real things in the real world, you know, like coffee cup, computer mouse, jar of peanut butter, just things I'm looking at right now. It's actual stuff that you can pick up and throw at a wall. If you're having trouble remembering those terms, and watch that video, it'll go more into this with examples and stuff. Concrete is a real tangible thing that you can walk on and that you can hit with a jackhammer and that you can, you know, throw into the lake or whatever you're doing. So tying abstract, like feelings, values, ideas, to concrete, like stuff or actions. So if it's observable in action. Abstract plus concrete ideas, values, feelings, plus what they represent, how they come to life in the real world, or different things that they are represented by in the real world. This is how we create meaning, right? So you think like a heart drawing is an actual thing, right? It's observable. It's a, you know, draw a heart, and it's a concrete thing, and that symbolizes love. So we use all these different symbols to create meaning, and metaphors and that kind of thing. So abstract plus concrete equals meaning. So you're going to look at your hands, and your hands probably have a lot of meaning for you. It's one of your most like meaningful body parts. You might have some scars. You might have I have a couple tattoos. I have my wedding ring on. Got my fingernails are clipped kind of short because I have kids and I don't want to scratch them. But they're kind of dirty because I worked in the garden before I came here, you know, like, so, and those things have meaning, right? So this one scar I have, my husband and I were replacing the water pump on our truck. And this truck was something that my dad gave me. My dad always had a truck growing up, you know, and he gave this to me when he could no longer drive. And then a few years later he passed away, and I will like keep this truck forever, right? I will replace every single part on the, like, I'm gonna have this truck. And so like have this little scar on my knuckle from where I accidentally like punched something inside of it, inside this truck. And like, so if I look at this scar and think about it, I remember, this frustrating but kind of fun little marriage time my husband and I had doing this. You know, we had to stop a bunch of times and go get something, that kind of thing. And I also think about my dad, right? So it's this concrete representation of this connection that I feel to my dad and to my husband. and that truck represents my feelings about my dad, like that kind of thing. And I have this tattoo, and they have different meanings, right? People always ask you, what do your tattoos mean? And I always just say, I had $20 or whatever. But yeah, so that's kind of what you're working with. Whatever, right? Like, just see what happens. What do your hands do? What's special about them? What have they? Don't get creepy, weird, sexual about this, but like, what do they? Like, do they clean things? Do they fix things? Right? What do they create things? What do your hands do? And what do they look like? So this will be a good project to work with abstract and concrete, and it will also hopefully be something that ends up being cool for you to do. So anyway, 600 to 1,000 word essay about your hands. I might do it with you. We'll see if I have time. I would like to. All right, don't use AI for any part of this process. How would you even? Why would you even? This is meant to be something kind of cool. It may end up, like my hands could end up being a tribute to all the people I've lost in my life, right? Like, or people I loved, or something like that, or something I like to make. So make it a bit of a tribute to something that means something that means something to you. I'm sure there's a better way to say that. Use your own thoughts, use their own words. It can be a little bit messy. That's fine. All human composition, even if it is really polished and sounds great, is going to have some little funky spots. It's going to have a little bit of a mess to it, because that's what it's like to be a person. That's what makes it cool, right? It's like a pretty girl with broken nose. Kind of there, like a little hump on her nose. I don't know why I said that. I think I saw it on a reel. All right, use your Word account, watch that video, use your Word account to draft this essay, format it, like set up however you want, and in that video I show you how I format my stuff. Please double space it. It makes it more readable, because I am looking at this on a computer screen, and I do read these kind of a bunch at a time, and if it's not double spaced, my eyes just stop working. So please double space it. Use an informal and conversational style. Sound like yourself. Think about that Kurt Vonnegut reading, How to Write with Style. You have more power. Your words are your power. Sound like yourself. But avoid using bad stuff. Like, it's okay to use a couple bad words. Like, if you need to say shit, okay, sure. If it helps you, like if you're actually talking about, like, oh, I have a horse and I have to shovel shit or something like that, that if it adds to your essay, okay. If it distracts from your essay because you just dropping F-bombs all the time, not okay. Edit that out. Obviously no hate speech, sexually explicit or violent content, that kind of thing, all right? So, like, be real. Balance your abstract and concrete elements. You've probably been trained to do the 5-paragraph essay thing, right? But this is not the kind of essay that's going to work really well for. If you read essays that people like publish, right? Like journalistic essays, or essays about random stuff that's happening in the world, they are not set up. They're never set up like a 5-paragraph essay. A 5-paragraph essay is a teaching tool to help people understand argument and organize their thoughts and that kind of thing, but that's not how writers actually write. So feel free to structure this and organize it however you want. The goal will be to have it to flow well and make sense. Would be good. And yours might be different from others. That's cool. But do break it into paragraphs. Don't just send me a big wall of text. Break it into paragraphs that make sense. A paragraph should be like a little fence around a section. Use your paragraph transition. Like, if you end a paragraph and start a new paragraph, that first sentence of any paragraph is going to be highlighted. So maybe that should be a cool, spicy sentence. And the last sentence of any paragraph is going to be highlighted, just because, like, visually there's a break there. So think about your paragraphs, break them up. Your sentences do not need to be grammatically perfect, but they should make sense. It should be punctuated in some way. Don't just, like, turn in a big wall of no paragraphs and no punctuation. I'll send it back to you, because if it's unreadable, I'm not going to read it. So have paragraphs, have sentences, have it make sense. It's okay to use punctuation. Sort of stylistically, it's okay to talk in your normal voice. Like, if you are from Appalachia and you want to put in y'all, yeah, do that. That is part of your natural language. So feel free to include words like y'all or whatever that are maybe traditionally not part of academic writing. Yeah, if you have trouble getting started, try FreeWrite. Especially with something like this, you find maybe that the process of free writing helps you make connections and helps you generate ideas. Again, free writing is something that I still do constantly because it's such a good because it's so good at helping make connections. So please use your free writing. Try it for this. Just like start somewhere, like, oh, I have this scar on my hand. Start writing. See where you end up. Don't try to control it too much. Like trying to control how your brain makes connections between ideas often means that you can't make new connections. So we're trying to make new mental connections. We're trying to use our neuroplasticity. We're trying to get smarter and have cool thoughts and that kind of thing. So free writing can take you out of that controlling sort of thing so that you are more open to different kinds of connections that your brain will make. Your brain will get stronger because you're increasing neuroplasticity, and you will come up with cooler observations and ideas just because you're not trying to tightly control it. Yeah. You will end up, and it's not, I'm going to put it due during Unit 2, but after you submitted this essay, I'm going to ask you for a short reflection about your writing process. So do kind of you don't have to take notes or anything as you write, but do kind of keep, you can if you want to, do kind of keep mental, observe yourself as you go through this process. So, did you put it off? Did you start immediately? Did you have a great idea and it was super easy from the start? Or did you struggle with it? Did you try FreeWrite? Were you able to write it all in one sitting, or did you have to come back to it a few times? How did you revise it? How did you make sure it was good? That kind of thing. So since a lot of this class is about the writing process itself, I use this essay to kind of watch yourself, right? Observe how you interact with this assignment, both in what you do and also maybe how you feel about it. So what's the struggle point? What's annoying as part of the writing process? That kind of thing. Zero tolerance for AI use on this one. All right, please, why would you? No. So turn in something that sucks. Don't turn in something that's not yours. All right, you have fun with this one. See what you can come up with. Some of you are like, oh no, but some of you are going to go wild and have a lot of fun. Whatever it is, I look forward to reading it.